Not all treasure is buried. Some of it's hiding right under our noses. At Golden Finds, we chase the forgotten, the vintage, the one-of-a-kinds, and bring them back to life. Every piece has a past. Here, it gets a second chance. Welcome to Golden Finds, where every find tells a story. Hey there, fellow thrifter. Welcome back to Golden Finds. This is Daniel, your avid thrifter for all things here in Orange County, California. Let's go ahead and venture through various Orange County Goodwill stores to see what Golden Finds we come across today. As always, don't forget to leave a comment down below, letting me know what items from the walkthrough really spoke out to you. This pumpkin is originally from HomeGoods. Things like this are absolutely perfect to make in your very own style. You already have basically a blank canvas. The pumpkin is in a white color, but you can easily paint it or spray paint it in any color that you want that will fit your home style. So always be on the lookout for things at the thrift store that you can change super easy and super fast. You don't have to spend a lot of money or time, and make them into your own personal style. These are accessories meant to be decorated for your bathroom. So as you can see here, I think this is missing the other piece, which is supposed to be for a towel rack. And then this is for your toilet paper dispenser. So those were very unique. I think they were probably from the late or early 90s, possibly. It definitely was giving a lot of 90s vibes with that floral print. But those definitely would have been cool in a vintage inspired bathroom. And then these definitely were amazing pieces. These are candle holders, and they were just really beautiful pieces. Definitely great material. And I don't think they were super expensive, but they just didn't really fit where, I wanted to in my home. I couldn't really think of a place to display them. This right here is for my Betsy Johnson fanatics. You guys, this thing was absolutely so cool. You're going to see it right now. It's like a little travel purse, or, just basically like a little bag that you can take stuff with you. And, Betsy Johnson, you always know her handbags. Their purses are so bold, they're quirky, and totally iconic. They're known for fun shapes, like, anything basically from like cupcakes, hearts, and even cats. They literally exploded in the early 2000s. They were so popular. And then by 2012, the brand was bought by Steve Madden, and her handbags became more accessible. But the vintage ones are definitely the ones that you want to grab for that extra flair. Here we have a bread box. This is definitely a older piece. It did get a little stuck here, but it still made it all the way down. As you can see, it has the bread in the front, and it wasn't bad at all at only $7.99. I do love coming across vintage furniture pieces like this one right here. It's always such a thrill, and it was so interesting. They even had a school desk next to it. So again, you just never know what you'll find when you go thrifting. This lamp caught my attention. I love the detail. I love the design overall, but the fact that it was an older lamp gave me a little bit of a fright. I am so conflicted with older lamps because I feel they may not be safe, just because we don't know how old the wiring is, or if something might, spark. So I'm very cautious about it. I don't think I will be buying a second-hand lamp unless it's more newer. They do get a lot of Target lamps, so that would probably be the only exception, unless it's like a super newer lamp that's second-hand. But there's something about vintage ones that just give me a little bit of a fright. I know that I'm probably overthinking it, and it's probably most likely safe, but it's just always on the back of my head, and I don't want to risk it. stumbled upon these 1984 Olympic Games plates that were originally from McDonald's, and each plate was $2.99, and it featured various athletes from the Olympic Games. In just a few days, exactly on July 17th, Disneyland will be celebrating its 70th anniversary of its opening day. Disneyland opened on July 17th of 1955, and it was Walt's dream come true. And it was a park to, basically spend time with your children. He wanted to really create a space where families could come together and just have a wonderful time. I cannot believe it's already 70 years since those magical gates opened to the world and invited us to the most happiest place on earth. These lamps were precious. This definitely would have made, just an amazing piece for someone at home. These are a little bit too antique looking. Not that these were actual antiques. I think they were more newer, just very inspired pieces from antiques, like the oil lamps from back in the days. Now, they just didn't really fit with the aesthetic of my home, but they were a little bit pricey, I feel. But I feel like someone definitely would treasure those. This also was a very cute and adorable piece, but it was a little bit damaged. I definitely would have picked it up for possible resale, but I decided to leave it behind just because of the condition. Found this cheese board as well. I really love the design on this. Look at that prism. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like an early charcuterie board. Found this toolbox as well. Now, this was actually a really great quality piece and it worked. The latch lock was perfect and it was a nice piece to add, if you wanted to store actual tools. I'm sure there's ways that you could use this as well as decor. Not quite sure how you could utilize it, but it's definitely, things are always open to interpretation. We can always change things up. They don't have to necessarily always be used for what they're meant for. You could always find like hundreds of ways to change it into something else. This little cute ceramic bunny girl is part of the vintage Avon collection called the Cherished Moments collection, and it's come rain or shine bunny. And it's so adorable. I really love finding older like Avon pieces. Some of them do very well if you are a reseller, so definitely always be on the lookout for them when you're thrifting or sourcing. Here we have a German Beerstein. This most likely is from West Germany, and I really love this design. Now, I don't really decorate with any Beersteins, but I feel like some of them have really intricate details and designs that could really work for home decorating. Isn't this always how the cookie crumbles? It's like when you're on the hunt for something, especially when you're a thrifter, you're looking for something in particular and you never find it again. And then when you stop looking for it, you find it again. Well, it's a little bit too late because we already have one. As you all saw in the previous haul, I found a different wooden one and I decided to purchase that one. But I just find it so funny how sometimes when you're looking for something and you've seen it before, but now that you've decided that you actually want to purchase them, you can never find it until you stop and then you find them again. Now I am on the search for a like laundry room sign. We don't have a laundry room per se. We actually have our washer and dryer in the garage. But eventually when we do have a larger home, I do want to have a dedicated room where it's just a laundry machine and washing machine. So I like that one. It was metallic, but I wanted more of a more modern look to it, and that one was giving more of a rustic farmhouse vibe, so I decided to leave it behind. Now, I literally almost gagged, and I'm telling you, I almost gagged when I saw this bench right here. I love the fact that it had an opening at the very top, and it was $14.99. Now, it does look that it was sanded down and it did have a roughness to it, but that's because it looks like someone drew on it. Maybe someone's child, drew a little stick figure and they wanted to sand it down, so it's not visible. But I just fell in love with this piece, and that's what I love about thrifting at this location is all of the amazing bulk furniture that you can come across. There were also several ceramic pitchers, but some of them were just way overpriced. And these are perfect to decorate with if you want to put some flowers in them or if you want to actually utilize them for what they're meant for, which is to carry drinks. But they're perfect things to decorate with. This one was a little bit more better in pricing, but still kind of expensive for it being a small piece. Who doesn't love a vintage Indiana glass bowl? This is such a beautiful shade. I fell in love with it. It was so nice. I love the feature of the curved in glass that you can see right there. Then I also saw this really long basket. I thought this would be a really great way to store umbrellas or maybe a walking cane or something long, extra long like that. This would be a great way to storage it. Hello everyone and welcome to the haul portion of the video. I do hope that you enjoyed the walkthrough, but let's actually jump in to see what goodies made it home with us. And I'm super excited because a lot of these finds are going to be in a separate video for Thrift Flip or Project Thrift Flip, where you will get to see how I utilize these items in our home. But before that, let's go ahead and jump in and see what we picked up. So the very first piece is this piece right here. Did I say please? This piece right here, $1.99 for this heart right here, and it is a planter. Now I believe this is a vintage piece. It almost feels like chalkware. It's only $1.99, and I just really love the vintage vibes that it's giving. As you can see, here's the pocket for the plant, and I thought right away this is so perfect to give us that touch of vintage when it comes to February for Valentine's Day. So I cannot wait to utilize this next year. So that was one of them. Now you all know I cannot escape a good Bath and Body Works candle, especially if it's cheap. Now this was $2.99. It is completely brand new. I don't care that it's missing the lid. I don't care that it's kind of dusty and musty, it doesn't matter to me. As long as I clean it, it'll be safe to use once I light it. Now this is the Island Margarita, and it is, let's see if I can tell you guys the scent notes. So it's sweet mandarin, island mango, sea salt with essential oils. So to me, this is a win, and it smells so good, and it's so perfect right now for summer. Now the other item I picked up was the pumpkin. You all know I have a huge weakness for pumpkins. These are no exception. I have decided to deviate away from the actual styrofoam pumpkins, those ones that you find at Walmart, Target. I just decided to get rid of all those, and I'm sticking to the route of ceramic like these or terracotta. So these are going to be more for indoor. This was priced at $4.99, and this is from Patty. Patty did this probably painted it, made it look so beautiful with this speckled look of the black all over the orange. And I just love it. I really love this. The top comes off. You can put a tea light in there and it looks fabulous. It has a few scrapes here and there, but again, that's what gives it its amazing charm, basically. I say it gives it character. Now, the other thing that I picked up is this art piece. Now, I really have been gravitating a lot towards the art pieces. I don't know why. I'm gonna scoot back. This was $3.99, you guys. I'm gonna angle it so you get a better view without the glare. As you can see, it's a beautiful scenery of a hill, a hillside, a field, there's mountains, and then there's the houses. What I'm assuming is a barn and then the main house. And it's stunning. It's such a stunning scenery. Now, I can, if I wanted to, change the scenery. I really fell in love with the frame as well. I'm really loving these dark frames, these wooden dark frames. Now, I know a lot of you might be like, no, 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 don't take out the picture. I most likely will not, but I do have that option if I wanted to change it in the future. It does have the openings in the back, so I can just completely remove them and change what I want in this frame. So that definitely made its way home. Now, there are two more items that I want to share with you, but we're gonna have to go towards them because they're way too large to show on camera. Now, the very first thing is this long basket. Now, funny thing is I actually did not pick this up right when I did my filming for this walkthrough. I actually picked it up like a week later, and I don't know, I had a little bit of regret not buying it the first time that I saw it. Then I'm like, you know what, let's go back and hope that it's there, and voila, it was. Now, I thought at first this would be a really great tool to put like umbrellas. I live in California, Southern California. It hardly ever rains here. But I thought, you know, it would be a good way to tuck them in whenever I need them, or if I want to wear one out, you know, when I'm walking Bella to protect myself from the sun. So I thought that would be a great way to store them somewhere in our living room, have great easy access to pull them out. This was $5.99. It's again a woven basket. It's quite long, as you guys can see. And I just think it's a fabulous piece. Last but not least, this is the last item from the haul. I just had to bring this home. Now, at first I thought, is this some type of piano chair, piano bench? I wasn't quite sure because it's quite rather small, but I think it's just a regular wooden bench. Now, you guys, this thing is absolutely stunning. I love the wood color. Now, the original owner did go ahead and sand the top layer off. As you can see, it's sanded. And the reason behind that is it looks like their little ones got onto it and drew a stick man figure right here. You can still kind of see it. This is going to be probably a fixed project in a future date. I really don't want to commit to it right now, so I'm not going to worry about it, but I'm still going to display it in a project thrift flip video. This was $14.99, which I think was actually a great deal. Now, it does have a storage case right here that flips right open. You can see I still have my receipt in here from when I purchased it. So how convenient is that? And I just absolutely love this thing right this second. I wish I could put it in right now, but I have so many projects right now. I really don't have the time. It needs a really good cleaning. There is the details on the legs. It's just a really great, fabulous piece, and I'm really happy with it. I cannot wait for you guys to see how I style this. That concludes today's thrift video. Thank you so much. If you're tuning in and you're new to my channel, I welcome you. I hope that you consider subscribing to the channel. It's absolutely free. Just make sure to hit that subscribe button. And for all of those of you that are returning, thank you so much as always for the full support. I love ya, each and every one of you. Make sure you're also hitting the notification bell so that way you guys are notified when I drop a new video weekly. And definitely hit that like button because it really helps out our channel here. We are trying to grow, so that is our ultimate goal, is to grow, grow, grow. That is our goal. So thank you so much to all of you for tuning in. I will catch you on our next thrift adventure. But before that, make sure that you are also out there seeking your very own golden finds in your local thrift stores and thrift the unexpected. Bye, guys.